10 your approach, Roger.
I think it's above the red one.
Yeah, I can't get it from here. Still at 2,000, right?
Hey, what's happening here?
29 December 1972 Eastern Airlines flight number 401, which was scheduled to travel from New York to Miami, Florida, with 163 passengers and 13 crew members, but there was a twist hidden in this journey. This incident begins with flight number 401. This flight was to travel from Kennedy Airport in New York to Miami. It was being flown by a pilot named Bob Loft, and was very much experiences were there. Everything was going well. The flight took off and traveled for 2 hours. Everything was absolutely normal. Along with the pilot, there was a co-pilot and a flight engineer in the plane. They were just about to land, just a few kilometers from landing. Proper preparations for the landing begin, but then comes the twist in the story. To make the plane land, the front wheel of aeroplane has to open, so pilot down the lever to open. But some issue occurs because when wheel comes out, an indication lights up, but that indication did not light up. Then the pilot thought that perhaps there might be some fault in the indicator. He got the indicator checked by calling the down engineer, but there was no fault in the indicator. After that, the pilot of the plane tried operating the lever several times with their own hands, but still the wheel of the plane did not come out. They all got very tense because if the plane is landed without taking the front wheel out, then it will be a crash landing. So they contacted the airport control unit, and they gave instructions to take the plane to a height of 2,000 feet in the air and put the plane in autopilot mode and manually check everything yourself. They did exactly the same thing. Put the plane in autopilot mode and tried to check the front wheel. The plane wheel was completely jammed and was not opening, and during this time, pilot forgot to pay attention to the direction of the plane. The airplane was slowly coming down and no one paid attention to it, and after a few minutes, plane went out of control, and after just a few minutes, the plane crashed. About 101 passengers died, including flight engineer, 75 people survived, and the rest were injured. Now from here, the real story twist came. After this flight, in the year 1978, Rise Star flight number 318 took off from New York to Miami, and there was an air hostess here. She was Mary. Everything was going well, but when Mary opened the oven to heat some food, suddenly a ghost's face appeared from the center of the oven. A face lit up, a face that was trying to say something. At first, Mary could not believe her own eyes. Then she ran and called engineer of the flight. The engineer recognized the face of that ghost and told slowly that it was the face of Don Repo, the same flight engineer who was in flight 401. He was trying to say something. People listened to him carefully and his gestures, but no one believed him because he was trying to say that the plane is going to catch fire soon. After a few minutes, it caught fire exactly as the ghost had told, and the flight engineer of flight number 318 saw this scene with his own eyes, and at that time he remembered what the ghost of plot number 401 had told him. And after that, this news spread like wildfire in the entire city, but no one died in this. All were saved, but after this, the president saw the person sitting next to him, and when he saw that person, then he was the pilot who was killed in the flight number 401 accident. It had been almost a year since died, and after seeing this scene, the president got scared and got up and ran towards his cabin, and when he brought the rest of the members with him, then there was no one. Like, share, and subscribe for more similar videos.